we'll move on to Ward 4 town candidates. As I mentioned, questions were solicited from the public in advance of today's forum, and all candidates will have an opportunity to answer each question. Each candidate will have 60 seconds to respond, and a bell will sound at the end of your time. If a candidate is referred to, directly or indirectly, I will allow that candidate 30 seconds for a response. Candidates ready? Okay, the first question goes to Kershid. And this one came up again. Are you for or against the CN intermodal?
Do we introduce ourselves?
Okay, we'll do opening statements if you all want to do. Okay, opening statements, 1 minute.
My name is Khurshid Ali Khan. I'm running as a town councillor candidate for Ward 4. I'm a professional engineer, project manager certified, PMP certified project manager. I did volunteering, and I managed a welfare organization for almost 5 years as a chairman. This is the time to contribute my experience, my management, my welfare, my engineering experience. This Ward 4 needs better infrastructure. It needs better transit system. It needs parking rules to be modified. It needs Milton Education Village to be expedited. And I can help the town, I can help my residents for the CN intermodal as well. I am the engineer, I have a management experience, I have welfare and volunteering experience. I am your representative. I can protect you, I can present you at any level. Not only just talking, but with the logics, with the paperwork, and with the evidences.
Thank you very much, and we'll move on to Zaid.
Well, thank you, my fellow candidates, and thank you everyone for coming out today. My name is Syed Reza. I'm the candidate for the town councillor in Ward 4. As a town councillor, I will plan to expedite certain kind of services, like I'm planning to do better infrastructure. I'm planning to do. Sorry.
Do I speak now?
Okay, Samira.
Hello and welcome everybody. I want to take this opportunity to thank Coachco TV, the Milton Chamber of Commerce and Events Ontario for holding this great debate. My name is Samira Ali. I'm running for local town councillor in Ward 4 of Milton. I am a resident of this ward and I live there with my husband Usman and our 4 beautiful children, Abdur, Afia, Anaya, and Amar. My children go to 3 different local Ward 4 schools, Andrew MacArthur Public School, Boyne Public School, and JV School. My husband takes the GO train daily, and all-day GO service is something I'm going to be really pushing hard for. All of these issues that you face in Ward 4 are my very own issues because I live in this ward, I drive on the same streets, and I go to the same parks. I have been working as a community volunteer in Milton for the last few years. I am the public relations officer for the Legion, and I work as a volunteer, a registered volunteer for Big Brothers and Sisters of Halton and the Women's Center of Halton. With my background in communication strategy, I think I am the right person.
Thank you very much, and we'll move on to Jean-Claude.
Thank you very much. Welcome here. I'm Jean-Claude Ganso. I'm living in Milton for almost 6 years in Ward 4, where I'm living with my family. My beautiful wife, she's there, she will help me, and my 6 children. I've been involved in the community for the last 4 years at a local level, federal level, and provincial level. The main reason I'm running to represent my people in Ward 4, because I will go talk to some people, and the same concern I'm feeling, I feel the same concern. That's why I decided to say the main focus is to improve the quality of life of the people living in Milton, especially in Ward 4. By real estate agent, I know the quality of investment if you want me to come here in Milton. My main motivation is to make life easy and better to people in Ward 4. That's the reason I need your voice to be your representative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jean-Claude. Now we'll get to the question. Okay, I just a little too anxious for everybody. Question 1, are you for or against the CN intermodal and why? We'll start with Said.
Well, I'm against seeing intermodal. It's not the right location with the amount of traffic we can bring into the Milton. 1,600 trucks. It's not the right thing to do.
Okay, we'll move on to Samira.
Hi, thank you for that question. I have been against the CN intermodal from day one. I've been part of citizen groups who are fighting against it, who I want to take this opportunity to thank for the activism. I'm against it because of safety concerns, traffic concerns, and environmental concerns, and I'm glad that the province has now joined the fight, and I hope to get some good results out of it, and I hope to be that strong voice of reason to continue to advocate against it.
Okay, thank you. Jean-Claude.
Yeah, if you check my platform, I'm totally against the CN. I'm the fan and I support the Milton say no. Because Milton is not fit to just count on investment. This town is a small town, it's growing, but it's not fit to just count on investment because our environmental will be destroyed, the property will be destroyed, and the life of our children will be destroyed as well if the CN came here. Look at the big investment people make come to Milton. CN cannot come and destroy the land. I'm very, very happy and support the town and the region and the province coming to fight against the CN until the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just won't say no, because everybody listen and say no. I am an engineer, so logically I'm attaching to it. Environmentally, it's not good. Safety-wise, it's not good. 1,600 trucks coming on the road. Is it a safety concern? Yes, definitely. And when I did door knocking, everybody like unhappy with this. So I am with the residents, I am with the town, I am with the provincial government. This project, location-wise, is not good. I did my own research, and I am telling with the whole responsibility, this shouldn't be continued. And I will fight for you, I will raise your voice, I will raise my council, I will help provincial government in all these matters with my knowledge, with my skills. So this project shouldn't be going forward at this location. I'm against the location of CN Railway.
Thank you. Samira, we'll start with you on this question. Candidates often promise lower taxes and better youth programs and parks. How will you pay for these without raising taxes?
That's a very good question, and the answer to that is we will need to find efficiencies. Bless you. We need to find efficiencies in our budget, and I'm on record delegating again on the budget call report, and we need to find better efficiencies and use those to provide better services. And the question was about youth programs?
Better youth programs and parks.
Yes, so there is an area in my warren where we have parks coming in, but there are down the pipeline. So that is something I'm going to be pushing hard for. And like I said, the efficiencies, we're going to pay for that, and we're going to make sure that that gets delivered to the residents of that area. Thank you.
Thank you. Jean-Claude, candidates often promise lower taxes and better youth programs and parks. How will you pay for these without raising taxes?
Yeah, Oscar, you can do it because even residents will move in Milton pay taxes. So you need to enjoy the best in the life in Milton and pay the taxes. Here, there's one example in my wife for where I'm living in the new place. That's terrible. I moved here from 3 years. Children are crying. There's nothing in that area. You can't even remove the snow. You need to wait 10 to 8 days to snow become removed. There's no path to the children. See what happened to the summer? Children will only run during the street because there's no way to go. That people that are very upset, and we need to do something to help the family. And we can finance this because all the people, families now that pay taxes.
Thank you.
this is something very important to provide the facilities to youth, but it's important to find the efficiency into the system, and you can also look into bring a public and private partnership, okay, to make this thing happen.
Sorry.
Yeah, definitely youths are the most important part of our society. They are our future. So if they are looking something, we have to do it. Lowering the tax is not the solution always. We look at pros and consequences, whether it is necessary or not. So at my home, if I look at our home, so what we do, we raise, not only reduce our expenses, but I increase my income. So how would I do? I will involve my all youths and other private structures and potential industries, and I will generate the money. I want to generate the money rather lowering the taxes. There are many ways. If I would have more time, I can explain. I can talk for hours. There are opportunities in Milton which are not being utilized. Those can be utilized.
Okay, thank you. We only have 1 minute though. Not an hour for a response. All right, we'll go to Jean-Claude to answer this question. What do you think are the greatest challenges being faced by Milton?
Yeah, I'm living in Milton for almost 6 years. The biggest challenge right now in Milton is we didn't handle the growth. We need infrastructure in Milton. That's the big challenge. We need to work over road. We need to create facility for the children. We need to, the transit, that's the worst and the worst one. I remember I spent 30 minutes from Bronte to Downtown Street. That was terrible. We need to, the transit system is totally wrong. We need to redo it to the best of the Milton.
I won't say it is totally wrong. It is not up to the standard what we need. My ward, I'm talking specifically about my ward. Ward 4 is located in the urban area. It's growing fastest. Like Milton is growing, my ward is growing fastest. It needs, transportation should be improved. If I drive from industrial zone to my home, it takes 8 minutes. But transit system takes more than 1 hour. I just don't talk. I look at the solution and suggestions. On Radio 101.3, I gave an interview with the solution. I suggested to run express buses on Derry, on Steeles, on Trafalgar. That will solve many 60% problem. Students can get a transit system during the weekend because my plan is to connect the neighboring cities as well. So that's one of the, there are many challenges of parking. I have a suggestion to modify the parking laws. Overnight parking, many issues, many challenges.
It's hard to get it all in 1 minute.
In 1 minute,
Well, you're the guy that wanted an hour, so we'll just forget that. Okay, so.
Well, Milton is the fastest growing community. You know, the numbers grown from 40,000 to 100,000, and keep growing, right? So the infrastructure is the area which we are missing a pieces there. So we need to develop infrastructure, and this is where we need to invest and we need to focus.
Okay, thank you. Samira.
Thank you for this question. As I have been knocking on doors for the last 2 months, I keep getting asked this question, Samira, what are you going to do for the infrastructure? And I feel like this is a question that gets asked at every single door throughout Milton. I was here attending the meeting for the Ward 2 candidates as well, same questions. Infrastructure needs to be fixed. We need to pace it. We need to be smart about it. We need to find efficiencies that can work for us to pace the growth and infrastructure in a way that they are coexistent in harmony. And the way we can do it is by finding efficiencies, like I said, and just focus on areas that need development first, and then streamline our processes. And that is the answer.
Okay, thank you. We'll start with Start back at number 1 with this question. Traffic gridlock will continue to cause difficulties moving people and goods. What specifically can you accomplish eliminating or easing gridlock in Milton?
Traffic is the major issue, like one of the major issues. But as I said, I suggested some solutions. For example, running express buses on the Dairy, Steeles, and Trafalgar. Plus, we need better planning. Planning is very poor in our town. Like their construction goes on, and it is very inconvenient. So I'm an engineer. I can contribute my experience. We need infrastructure. Other people talk about infrastructure. They don't know what is infrastructure. So anyways, these are the things we need to modify. We need to add resources. We need to upgrade and better planning. That will help us definitely. And keep in mind, away from this question, adding something else. This is in urban area. Urban area needs more infrastructure, better traffic system, better transit system. And so we need to change our mind. We need to upgrade our mind. That requirement in urban area is different than rural areas. Definitely, I can contribute.
Thank you. That 1 minute is challenging, isn't it?
Always.
Okay. Second.
Can you repeat the question?
I can. As soon as I find it here. Traffic gridlock will continue to cause difficulties moving people and goods. What specifically can you accomplish in eliminating or easing gridlock in Milton?
Well, there will be a short-term and long-term solutions for this thing. A short-term you can do that you can avoid construction in a rush hours. Okay, you can have a synchronized traffic light. Okay, that will ease the traffic. Long-term, you work with the region to have the roads which are under construction for long time. They already have a project to widen certain roads like Britannia, Trafalgar, and all others. So it's a combination of two things, right? So if we work together with the region, this can be solved.
Okay, thank you. Samira.
Thank you for that question. A quick answer is like my honorable fellow candidate pointed out, is synchronizing our traffic light and then adding right turn lanes where they're required and making smart solutions possible when we are doing construction so that people are not stuck at all the ends and wondering where they can exit from. And as far as infrastructure is concerned, I do have a very good understanding of infrastructure. I have attended all the town council meetings, and I understand the processes. I have worked with corporations, so I do know what infrastructure is. Thank you.
Thank you, Samira. Jean-Claude.
Yes, what I can say, Milton is growing city and going to keep growing. In the next 3 years, the next 2 years, right now there's more than 4 buildings in my Ward 4. They are fighting, they need to finish quickly. So people is coming, and the traffic will be getting worse and worse, which don't do nothing. We need to widen our road to help people to travel. We need to increase the bus during the peak time, in the early morning and later afternoon, when people finish the job. We need to encourage people to cycle. We have the cycle road, but people don't use it. And we need to link between Milton and Oroville, the transit link between Milton and Oroville and Mississauga, nearly the city, that will help us move quickly. Why not extend the main street to Mississauga? That will help so a lot of traffic flow. Okay.
So you are endorsing my idea, basically. Right? Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, we aren't going to get into that sort of debate.
That's okay.
But
at least my other candidates.
But we'll
they are
let
convinced.
you answer. Please start the watch when they start talking.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, at least like my other candidate, so he should step down in favor of me because I already proposed those solutions.
Okay, thank you. And we'll start with Samira, and this will be the last question for this round. What rate of increase or decrease for residential property tax is acceptable to you, and how will you ensure this rate is achieved?
This question is obviously a double-edged sword. I mean, there is no right answer to this question. What I want to talk to you about is going with the public opinion. When you go with the public opinion, you do what the community requires, and that is the only way to go forward for Milton, because so far I feel like we should have done a better job listening to the public and doing what the public wants. Thank you.
Okay. Jean-Claude, what rate of increase or decrease for residential property tax is acceptable to you, and how will you ensure this rate is achieved?
I have a concern regarding the property tax when I was doing the knocking. Some people told me we don't even know how to pay the tax. We don't even know how to calculate the tax. So the assessment system should be informed. People should be informed according to the assessment system. Because they're surprised the property prices is dropping, but the taxes try to go up. But to reduce the tax, you need to encourage local business, because business pay more tax than local than property. So we need to bring business in. If you want, we have a plan to discrete the tax. That's the solution, to bring business in and discrete the tax for the property tax.
Okay, thank you.
There is no specific answer to it, what is the percentage, because we need to look at what are the requirements and what are the expenses. So that should be at reasonable level. As I mentioned in my website, if you go to khurshidkhan.com, you will see I will oppose unreasonable increases in taxes. What is unreasonable? It depends on the requirement and the other expenses as well. As I said, my area is in the urban area, requirement is more. So definitely we should be balancing it. What is the requirement or not? How we would manage it? Definitely increasing the income. That is my idea. Increasing the income, not lowering the taxes. And I have many suggestions to increase the income. For example, industrialization. For example, involving the other retailers and the other businesses, so we can increase. And there is no specific, no one on the universe can give you that specific percentage of that for the future.
Okay, thank you. Saeed, what rate of increase or decrease from the residential property tax is acceptable to you, and how will you ensure this rate is achieved?
Well, Milton has a lower tax as compared to the neighboring cities as of now. What we need to focus is that we cannot decrease any services which we are providing, and how we can sustain the current rate. That required quite a discussion, public consultations as well, to look into the detail as the town is growing and as the businesses are coming, and this will be a collective effort. So there will be not an exact answer that what percentage will be lower or higher. I think if we can sustain the taxes where we are at right now, that will be an achievement.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to thank all Ward 4 town candidates for their commitment today to the democratic process. Thank you.